Illinois soccer coach Janet Rayfield getting set with another week of training before your first home matches of the year. Have you had a chance to reflect a little more on the opening weekend, maybe look at some tape? What were the good things you saw opening weekend? What were some of the things you're working on here this week?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious by the score line. You know, our attack, we did some great things and scored some goals, and defensively, you know, we were a little bit of a sieve. So, and I think there's two things. We certainly have to look at, you know, how we're coaching them and what we've taught them, and then they've got to look at a little bit of a defensive pride. You know, some of the things we looked at on tape were just individual defending, and some of it was team defending. So we're going to work on both of those things, our defensive mentality and our defensive organization, because those two things are what, you know, keep teams off the scoreboard, and we have to be better in both of those areas.
Certainly on the plus side in that Louisville game, anytime you get 5 goals from 5 different players really showcases the variety of attacking weapons you have on this team. How do you continue to build on that going forward?
I think that's the thing we can't let go of as we try to have, you know, a defensive team. And, you know, I think that's something that's going to get better. We've talked from the beginning about this team wanting to be offensively versatile and everybody taking a responsibility to score goals if the opportunity arises. And so I think that mentality we got a little bit earlier than the defensive mentality, and we'll certainly try to hang on to that.
Friday night home opener, always good to get in front of the home fans, and a familiar face coming back in your former assistant coach, Christian Michener. He's now leading College of Charleston, his alma mater. That'll certainly be a fun night.
It will. You know, I'm excited to have him back here. He's done a great job with that program. You knew when he left here, it was, you know, ready to be a head coach, and you know, it's his alma mater, and you know, the job fit him to a T, and I'm excited to bring him back here. I know his team's going to play hard. I know they're going to be well organized, and we'll certainly have to be on our game. But what a fun home opener, you know, for us to bring back one of our own, and to celebrate where he's gotten, and to celebrate where this program is and the impact that he had on it. So, you know, that's a great night of soccer no matter what.
And a Sunday night game this week as well with in-state rival Illinois State, kind of a fun matchup there. It was a 1-1 game last year in Normal, and certainly Illinois State, a very dangerous club as well.
Absolutely. You know, I think the regional rankings have us tied, and you know, so anytime I think it's an in-state rivalry, you know, certainly when you're the big school in the state, it's a rivalry. And you know, the Sunday night, I think it's great. It's Labor Day weekend. You know, a lot of people don't have to work or go to school the next day, and you know, we decided that we'd give everybody an opportunity to have their Sunday and still come watch some great soccer. So, you know, hopefully the Champaign fans that are here for Labor Day weekend come out and really celebrate.
In terms of defense, going back to that for just a moment, looking at some personnel things there, just looking on improving technique with the starters that are already out there. What's the balance there you're looking at?
Yeah, I think we're looking at all of it, to be honest. Like I said, it's an organizational thing and a mentality thing, and we're going to take a look at both of those. You know, the personnel and what we're asking them to do, and I think we're looking at all of that this week to come up with something that really, I think, works for us. And a lot of that, though, is, you know, it starts with great individual defending. You got to stop the ball, or you can't get organized behind it. So, you know, that's going to be the first step for us.
Still staying on defense, what are some indicators that you look for this weekend to show growth over this week from last night?
Well, you know, certainly, you know, we've got to limit the number of shots they have on goal. Our clearing's got to be better, our individual. So, you know, we're going to look to see how many times they're penetrating into our defensive third, and how many shots we're giving up. You know, we can't give up the number of shots that we gave up this weekend, or teams are going to score that kind of goals. So I think, you know, irrespective of whether they're able to capitalize on those or not, we've got to make sure we're limiting those opportunities. So again, irrespective of the score, I think we're going to look at what opportunities we're you know, giving them. We'll look at where we can win the ball. You know, we allowed them to penetrate into our defensive third way too often. We've got to win the ball higher up the field. So our midfield's got to be better defenders. Our front runners have to make the play a lot more predictable, so that we can know where the ball's coming and have players there to win the ball for us. So, you know, I think where we win the ball and the number of opportunities we give up are certainly things that we're going to be looking at this weekend, aside from the score line.
Talking about Megan Johnson, obviously coming up with the game winner. Talking about her development, obviously you guys said that she had a little trouble getting used to the pace of the collegiate game. But talk about how she's come along and how that came to fruition on Sunday.
Yeah, you know, I think the thing with someone like Megan is she found herself in a comfortable place doing what she does really well. And I think that's what's been the hard part for all of our freshmen, is to realize in this game that's flying around, there's going to be moments where what they do well is it's time for that. And certainly I think on Sunday, you know, we we put Megan up front, knowing that if the opportunity arose, and Vanessa DiBernardo made a great run in behind that sort of dropped their backs off and gave Megan the yard and a two of space she needed, and in that yard and two of space, I know she can strike a ball, and she struck it with confidence. That's the thing that she does well, and I think for freshmen, if they can find the moments in the game to do what they do really well, that's going to be where their growth happens, and that certainly happened for Megan on Sunday.